Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to XAML tutorials, and in today's lecture I'm going to teach you what are the pop-ups and how to create a flyout. Basically a pop-up is a message box in our XAML or a Windows Store app application, and flyout is basically the context menu. What is the context menu? When you right click on your desktop, the menu that appears is known as the context menu. So a flyout is just like that context menu. So let's have a look how can we create a pop-up in our Windows Store app application, and what is a flyout. So let's have a look. Alright guys, so I have this previous application that I have created in the previous lectures. So let us go to the toolbox and just select the common controls and pick up a button. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to demonstrate is the pop-up message. So let me create this button a little bit huge, a little bit wider, and now let's change the content of the button to click me. Okay, and then when you click this button, a message box should appear. Okay, so how can you raise the event? First, before raising the event, you have to give here a name. So click button, that's my code name, and then you double click here and its event will be raised automatically at the backend. Look, so click event is generated. Now here what you can do, using you have to import a namespace to use the pop-up button. So pop-up class. So for first thing that you can do is using windows dot UI dot pop-ups. So that's the namespace that you have to add. Okay, without this namespace you are unable to add the pop-up or the message box on the window. So the class that is required to create a pop-up is message dialog. In Windows form we have message box, here we have message dialog, and message dialog equals md equals to new message dialog, and that's it. And look, it is asking you to provide the content along with the title, so you can directly provide the content. So the content is in a string. So what I want to display, my first dialog. Okay, and the heading is, let's say, information. That's it. So this is how you can create a dialog box. And now how can you display this dialog box? When you click the button md.show async. What does this async means? In XAML, in Windows Store app, async means that you are doing parallel programming, and parallel programming means that multiple tasks can be run in a simultaneous manner. So async means you are executing multiple tasks together. Okay, in the previous programming methodologies or in the previous tutorials of Windows forms, you have seen that one task is running at a time. So async means you can use multiple tasks to run at the same time. Okay, so I hope it is clear to everyone. Asynchronous means parallel processing or parallel programming. So that's what the case. So show message async. But look, the error is appearing here, and what it is saying, that when you are using an async method, you should use a particular keyword, that is a keyword that is known as await. Okay, so you have to specify the await keyword. Sorry, not here await, you have to specify the await keyword here. So right here await, this is the keyword that is used with the async method. So guys, here you have to write await, and this await keyword will work here when you write here async. So now that's fine. So this is the methodology how you can create a message box inside the Windows Store app application. So this keyword and this keyword will work together. Async means asynchronous parallel programming. So save it and execute this software. Let's see what we have. Alright, so my application is started. When you click the button, you can have a message box. Look, and it is a very beautiful user interface as compared to the traditional Windows forms. Okay, so this is how, that's my information, that's the heading, and that's my message. Whatever message I wanted to display, you can display it. One more feature of this particular Windows Store app is when you start the program, it is by default installed in the application in your PC as well. So when I go to start, and when I click, look, when I see the recently added apps. Look, my app is already installed here. So when I click here, my app will start again. Look. So you don't need to deploy the app just like Windows Forms. It will run directly. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now let's talk about the flyouts we have. Flyouts are my pop-ups, are my context menu. So how can I create a flyout? Let's go to the XAML, and you can here specify a tag button dot flyout. Okay, here you can specify flyout. Right. So before writing this button, you have to come inside your tag, because you are going to create a button flyout. So separately close the button and come inside. Okay, and come right here, button dot flyout. Okay, and then close it and come inside. In this flyout you have to add some items. Let me show you. That is the menu flyout. That's another tag, and come inside. Okay, in this menu flyout you now have to add the options in the menu flyout. So select your options. So what the first option that I should have? Menu flyout item. Okay, so menu flyout item, and then right here A, and then copy, and then press B, and then C, and so on. So I have added 3 items, and click B, and then click C. Okay, so in this menu item, what you wanted to do, you wanted to perform some action, let's say. So right here, select your event, click, and click a new event handler created. And now similarly for item B, you have to raise an event, click, and new event handler. Okay, I hope you are understanding what I'm doing. So I have created a menu flyout, and now let's go to the application and run it. First of all, go to the code and enter some code. So message box I have added. Copy this message box and paste it here. Let's say right here A, apple, and for this you have to write the async keyword. Okay, so that it can be run perfectly, and right here async also, and copy and paste this, and that's it. And B for banana. That's it. Save, and now run the application. So what will happen when you click the button? The flyout should display. Okay, because the message box is already there, so the flyout is disappearing. First of all, disable this code. Control KC is the shortcut for commenting, and then start the application again. So my application is deployed. If you see the bottom corner, my application is now deployed. So when you click here, look, you have a context menu, and when you click A, the same thing is happening. Okay, so that was a flyout is. When you click B, so just like when you are displaying a particular message box, you can do any task of your choice. When you click this flyout, you can add any control in this. You can add radio buttons, you can add checkboxes, you can add toggle buttons, and so on. Okay, so one more thing that I must show you in the flyout is, go to this flyout, and let's say I wanted to make a separator in between. So menu flyout separator. Look, menu flyout separator, and when you save it and run it, let's see what will happen. It's also a tag. XAML is a markup language, XAML. So don't confuse with the keyword. Look, that's the separator for separating some menu from some other menu. So this is how you can add a separator, and likewise you can add other controls as well. After this separator, you can write here, let's say checkbox. Sorry, you have here different control. Let me select a toggle button from the toolbox. Let's go to the checkbox and place it here. Okay, so checkbox, and then you can specify, no, not checkbox, wait. Alright, so direct checkbox will not come here. Instead you can write here toggle menu flyout. Look, toggle menu flyout item means you can be able to add a button that can be on and off based on your choice. So toggle flyout menu item, and then close it, and then you have the click event also, and you have the checked event also. If I look, it's checked. Okay, it's checked true. So let me show you this button, and the text that should display in this is on and off. Okay, so let's run this application. So when you click here, you can see a toggle button. Look, it is by default checked. When you click here, now it is unchecked. So that's my toggle button. It's just like a Wi-Fi button or the Bluetooth button we have inside the phones in Android or in other phones. Okay, so that's what today I'm going to discuss, the flyout and the pop-up. Hope you have understood everything, and if you do not understand anything, please do write me. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.